What's poppin', all stars? Welcome back to my channel. It's Tashay, your biggest and brightest shining star. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the Libra man. Now, the Libra man. Libra, let's just get straight into it. Libra man is ruled by the planet Venus, alright? So being ruled by the planet Venus, these men are very loving, very charming, and they like to give. They're also very compromising. You know, these are the type of people, they like to see the balance in everything. They like to have a partner. You know, they like to have partnerships. Whether it's relationships or business partnerships, they love having partnerships. Now, also, being Libra, this video relates if you're a Libra rising, Libra moon, sun, you know, Venus in Libra. These men are relationship oriented type of man, but these are the type of men, they're so relationship oriented that they make sure that they get exactly what they want from a relationship. Like I said, Libra is ruled by the scales. This is the sign of balance, you know. So these men in relationships, they make sure that their partners are holding up their half and that they are also holding up their half. Like a Libra literally sits back and take note. All right, I'm doing this for my partner. I'm giving this much percentage. The scale should be even just amount over here. So if a Libra is carrying all the weight and the partner is just, you know, reaping all the benefits from the Libra's hard work, the Libra will start to get like kind of, they'll start to act funny, you know. So Libras don't like that. But a lot of people also say that Libra men are players, and that's true because Libra men like women's attention. You know, some Libra men can be. Not all Libra men are players. Let me not, you know, they're not all players. There are definitely certain aspects which we can get into in the birth chart that, you know, if you have certain signs that are close within this with Libra, they can be more adventurous. Like say you have Sagittarius energy with Libra, you know, these people can be players. But Libras with a lot more grounded qualities within them don't necessarily turn out to be players. But I know some Libra men, like I said, for the most part, they like female attention, you know, they even like male attention. And it's not in like it's not necessarily in a gay way, or however that you may perceive that, but just for the simple fact that they get along with people. And Libra is an air sign, so they like to communicate, you know, they like to bounce ideas off of each other, and they like to do things with other people, you know, they like to hear what other people have to say. They like to get other people's critiques and ideas about certain things, you know. So these men, like I said, sometimes they can come off as players because they don't like to end relationships and they don't like to hurt other people's feelings, you know. So a Libra could be with you, but they may not necessarily like you the way that you may want them to like you, but they'll still kind of like just keep it light because it's an air sign, so they'll try to keep it light, you know. They won't like abruptly cut you off, or you know, they'll just dance around the scenario. Like they'll make it seem like you guys are more than what you may feel like they make it seem like it's more than what it actually is. And then you realize that they socialize and communicate with other women because it's an air sign and you can't contain air. So when you realize he has other relationships and other friendships, you'll start to feel like, okay, this Libra really doesn't, you know, like they're so charming and they're so flirty. They really are flirty men. But they're not doing it in a way where they're doing it intentionally. They actually can do it intentionally because these people know just how to get underneath people's skin if they choose to. But one thing about Libra, sometimes people may think Libra men can be gay, or they act like it, or some Libra men, even Libra rising or whatever, Libra moon, they are homosexual. But some can just have these feminine traits or feminine characteristics about them, and you will be thinking like, is this man gay, or like, why does he act so soft? And just keep in mind that they're ruled by the planet Venus. So they're the sign of the scales, and so they're balanced. So they have an innate ability to balance feminine and masculine energies together. So when you see a Libra, like, don't be thinking if he acts kind of flamboyant or acts a little bit like he gets along with girls very well. Libra men, a lot of Libra men were raised around women a lot, have a lot of sisters, close relationship with mothers, aunties and grandmas and all types of stuff, type of men that probably been into the beauty salon a few times in their life and know what's up. They know women, they know what women like, they know what men like about women and vice versa. They know what men like in women. So they are the type of men that can communicate with women about beauty, things that is ruled by Venus, about beauty, about gossip or whatever the case may be. Literally, these are air signs, and they'll gossip, they'll talk about things that they like. They like hanging out with their friends, and they like connecting with people. So yeah, these men, they make for good friends. Libras, you can count on a Libra if you need to like network or just need to like just build upon ideas. Libras are very good. A negative thing about Libras, just because I don't want this video to be so like trying to give Libras so much boasting and stuff, but not even that. It's just there's certain things, each sign has their faults, and with Libra, I would kind of say that your thing would just be Libra sometimes can just have this kind of not narcissistic way about them. It's not narcissistic. It's just that when you're talking about an air sign and it's ruled by Venus, sometimes they just think that their ideals are right, and however they look at things are right. And also internally they feel like they're leaders. They feel like I have a dope series coming up for you guys where you can understand more about how you feel internally in your earth sign, because it's definitely important to know your earth sign. So stay tuned for the earth sign series. But internally they're Aries. Their physical needs. So they externally they may need a partner or want to be in a relationship or business partners to even get certain ideas that they have off the ground to really come into manifestation. They like to build up on, and the more the merrier. But internally these people are leaders, and sometimes they think that their way is the best way, and so sometimes they can it just comes off like they feel like they know everything, and they can feel like they know what's best for everybody. And that could be a negative trait to Libra. And another thing is the need to be so charming all the time as a guy. Sometimes women cannot take you as seriously, because sometimes, especially women that are looking for serious relationships, and this is very important because Libra is the sign of partnerships. So listen, men, when you're trying to get with a female, you guys can kind of come off as very aggressive because you are the partnership sign, and you let it be known that you are the kind of guy that likes to connect and wants to connect and wants to build with someone. But you're so charming, and you can be quick to start relationships as a cardinal sign. You can be quick to start relationships with other people too. And so sometimes it can kind of like throw other people off. Like they won't really understand what's really going on. Like they won't really understand if you're being serious or not. Like if they should really take you serious. And as a Libra, you just gotta know like your flirtatious ways and your charming ways. Like sometimes as an air sign, just because you talk and you tell people how much you like them, or you just give them that vibe, sometimes it works. It works because you can get girls and all that. But when it comes to being in a serious relationship, you have to find a way to really let a person know that you're being serious. And this is not just something that you do with just any and everybody, for people to really take you serious when it comes to relationships. So yeah, Libras, I like Libras. Like I said, they are an air sign, and it's ruled by the planet Venus. And these men are very in tune with the feminine energy, and That's why girls like Libra men, you know, or it's easy to like a Libra or get along with Libras. These are the people that you can get along with, and these are the type of people they like to see justice. Like, they like to see things being fair and balanced. So, as a Libra, like, you know, you the type of dude, like, in your friend group, like, if one of your homies is fighting, like, you know how to look look at it from each homie's perspective. Like, you can see why this nigga was mad, you can see why this nigga was mad, and your friends will be like, why aren't you picking sides? Or, and it's not you, literally you the balanced one, you in the middle, seeing both perspectives. And if you from this point of view, you know how to remain balanced, and you know how to remain centered in social scenarios. And so that's one thing that's really good about Libras. You guys are really good friends, and you do look out for the best interests in humanity and just people in general. And yeah, that's pretty much Libra in a nutshell. I'm trying to see what else I want to say about this zodiac sign. Libra 7th house partnerships. A lot of Libras, they get into marriages, some quite early in life, just because of that need to merge. And like I said, it takes time to kind of develop more into the Scorpio need for real emotional intimacy and, you know, connection to that bond. Sometimes a lot of Libras jump into a relationship just for the sake of the partnership and because of the ideal, but may lack other things like the emotional security there. So that's one thing. Libras, when you get into like relationships or think you want to be married or just anything where you just, this could be the one, this could be bad, like you just kind of like a Venus and Pisces almost, like you guys just fall in love, not fall in love, but y'all be quick to like want to cuff somebody, or just be want to boot up, or just want to try dating or something. Like, y'all like joining up with people. There are certain people that stay far away from other people, like, you know, like certain Scorpio and type energies, loner vibes. Like, yeah, they don't like to connect, but Libras, y'all do. Y'all know how to get in a room, have conversations with people like y'all know them, and it just be that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's the most part for the Libras. Just make sure that, you know, the Libra man, just make sure that you're being wise when you pick your partners, and you're not just doing it out of feeling lonely or perceiving that you're lonely, you know, because we're never really truly alone, even though sometimes you could literally be alone and feel lonely. But Libras, that is the most challenging thing for you guys to learn. I tell a lot of Libras this: learn how to be independent, learn how to ground yourself, and do more things on your own, even if it's hard. So you got a bunch of kids around you and stuff, still find activities where you can just spend time to yourself. That may be a little bit hard, but you know, not really. And yeah, I feel like if you have problems in relationships or you want to connect, I think the real reason why I say is to connect to yourself is because once you connect to yourself and you learn what you love and what you like, or what you accept and what you don't accept out of certain relationships, you'll know when that right person comes, and you won't have to jump through a whole bunch of hoops, because you'll know right off the get-go if that person's for you or not. You know. But with time and experience, and obviously being a relationship sign, you delve into different relationships, which inevitably lets you know what you do want or what you don't want. So it's just all about understanding that certain people are here for experiences, and they're not necessarily here to be the one. You know, they're not necessarily here to be your partner for life. You know, a lot of Libras try to partner with everybody. Not you know what I mean, but just try to partner up, and it's always, sometimes you have to realize that your energy doesn't click with just everybody, and so it's just hard. But for the most part, you guys can be passive aggressive sometimes, because you don't like to ruffle feathers. You don't like conflict and stuff like that. So sometimes when something does go wrong in a relationship, you're not the type of person to communicate about it. which is ironic because you guys are air signs, but you're more like cerebral. You're more in the head, more in the mind. Sometimes when it comes to like that stuff, so that's why you can hold it together, like hold it in what's bothering you, but you won't really express it all the time. So you could be passive aggressive. So just watch out for those tendencies. Learn how to openly communicate, and learn how to communicate about how you feel.